So I was asked the other day on my live if I could do a list of either 5 or 10 fragrances that I bought that I would never rebuy. And as you guys know, most of the fragrances that I buy, if I don't like them, I return them. I don't see a need to keep them into my collection just for the look of it. I'd rather have a good collection than a large collection. So with that said, I do have 5 fragrances here that I'm going to go over to let you guys know that I bought them and I would never rebuy them. And without further ado, let's get it. Alright my dudes, welcome back to my channel. This is Randy, aka Fragrance Dude, back with another fragrance video. And so again, in this video, I'm going to be covering 5 fragrances from my collection that I wish I didn't buy. And even though I did buy it, I will never buy them again. And so I'm not talking about the ones from my Yope bag, like Yope Homme, the Cubas, the Guesses, because obviously I won't pick those up again. And you guys know that. Those are more just fragrance haul videos. Also, there's like Boss Bottled Oud. I told you guys I don't like it. You know I don't like it. I'm not going to repeat myself. These are going to be more of the fragrances that some of you guys actually might enjoy and might be offended by it when I say it. But just remember, you are allowed to like what you like. I do not like these for certain reasons. I do like some of the actual fragrances here. It's just that there's a reason why I would never buy them again. And that's the question here. Which ones would I never rebuy? So the first one, you guys would probably agree with me. It is by the house of Dolce & Gabbana. It's light blue pour homme. And remember, always like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell for future notifications if you do like my content. It only takes a minute. So the main notes you get in light blue pour homme are bergamot, rosemary, grapefruit, musk, and oak moss. This is the Eau de Toilette, the original in the line. But the thing is about this, it is a watered down version of the light blue Eau Intense, which is only $40 and the best summertime, daytime fragrance in my eyes. It's a fresh aromatic citrus fragrance, and really it's that, but it's watered down. It's a fragrance that doesn't last very long. It projects for like 45 minutes and not heavily. You can't notice it unless you're spraying it about 20 times. And again, light blue Eau Intense is only about $5 more for a full-size bottle, and it just doesn't do anything for me anymore. Back in the day, maybe 10-15 years ago, it was not really unique. It was just a good release. But now it's just a watered down version of the better versions of this in the line already. So that is why I would never pick it up. And as you can tell, I haven't really used much of this. I'm just using it for collection purposes to put it next to my other light blues. And so with that said, it's a day, spring and summer fragrance, just not that great of a fragrance and not one that I would rebuy. I'm not going to spend forever on these, but the next one might get some eye rolls. The original Acqua Di Gio. Whoa. Yeah, that's what I said, Acqua Di Gio. As you can tell, I have used this. It's an older bottle. This was the one from my Yope bag. I'm not going to tell you the notes. Everybody knows Acqua Di Gio. It is one that will live on in infamy because it is a classic. Everybody loved it at some point in time. I wore it for like 15 to 20 years. It's an aromatic citrus marine fragrance. It's an eau de toilette. It's just like the light blue. There are much better ones in the line. Profumo, Profondo, Absolu, that do similar things that this does, just better. There's even the new Eau de Parfum, which is a longer lasting, more citrusy, modern version of the original. So why would you buy the original anymore? You shouldn't. There's no reason to buy it. Everybody would know what you're smelling like. If I was you, I would go out and buy Profondo. If you're looking for a daytime version of Acqua Di Gio that's more modern, I would also go with the original, the Eau de Parfum if you are trying to stick closer to this. Or if you want a date night version of it, that kind of takes a little bit of the DNA, but not really. It's Acqua Di Gio Absolu. There's just no reason. There's better flankers out there. It's not one that I will ever rebuy unless I have the full line. Then maybe I'll rebuy it just for visual purposes. Other than that, I will never rebuy Acqua Di Gio. Number 3 is one that the fragrance is amazing. It just doesn't last long. And that is Tommy Bahama's Set Sail St. Barts. This is an eau de cologne. The main notes that you get in Tommy Bahama's Set Sail St. Barts are lime, tequila, sea notes, vanilla, agave, and green notes. You can't even get to the dry down in this fragrance. It is a beautiful spring and summer fragrance. It's one that if you overspray it 20 times, you still will not smell it in about 30-40 minutes. You start to get to the dry down, you start to get some of those green notes coming in, and it's just gone. The vanilla and green notes are coming out as that tequila, lime, tropicalness is dissipating, and then the fragrance is gone. And I love this fragrance. I just wish that it was stronger. I wish they had it as an eau de toilette or eau de parfum, and then they would make a decent amount of money, because this is a great beach fragrance, pool fragrance, but it doesn't last very long. So you would have to have the bottle with you at all times when you're going there if you want to do that, like in your backpack or something. But this fragrance isn't going to last you long at all. It's a daytime spring and summer fragrance, yes. It smells great, yes. But I usually don't care about longevity, but this is one of the fragrances that literally only lasts about a half hour to 45 minutes at max, and it is not worth it unless you just want to keep it with you at all times, carry a travel atomizer or something. Set sail with St. Barts just doesn't do for me. I will not rebuy it because of that fact. And there are other fragrances that smell similar, even though it is really good smelling. There are fragrances that smell similar, like in the Atelier Pacific Lime. It smells similar to that. It's just, and it lasts longer as well. The fourth one on my list is from Azzaro, and it's one of the chrome flankers. There are worse than this in the line, like Under the Pool, but I don't have them, and I wanted to show you the presentations. This is Chrome Limited Edition 2015. So this fragrance is one of those fragrances that it smells very similar to the original. And while I love the original, I'll tell you why I don't like this. First, I'll give you the notes. The main notes in the Chrome Limited Edition are grapefruit, ginger, acai, watery notes, amber, and musk. I always do that whenever I see the word acai. I always say acai, but it's acai berry. And that's what makes this fragrance not good. So you get that original chrome right in the opening, but then about 30 seconds in, this acai berry comes in and just makes the fragrance so synthetic, so generic, and so cheap that it burns my nose. I really wanted to like it, and I do like the smell of acai berries, so I was hoping to really like this. But the 2015, I would rather go with the 2016 version, which is actually really nice. The 2015 version, unfortunately, doesn't do it for me because it does have that chrome feeling to it, and it actually is really nice with that backbone if it didn't have the acai berry. And there's something else, I think it was hedoin, that's in there that also makes it it's like a floral acai, really synthetic, really burns your nose. It's not that good, and so I will never, ever, ever pick this up again. It is a daytime spring and summer fragrance. The only good thing is I needed a cap for my Chrome Extreme, and now I have it because I was able to take it off of this. So, I mean, you can get it for $15, so if you're looking for something different, some people might like this. I know somebody was arguing with me about it the other day, but I don't like it because it burns the hell out of my nose. And so the last one on my list, I'm either going to have the most agreements with or the most disagreements with, and that is Club de Nuit Intense Man by Armaf. It is what most people know as the most popular Aventus clone, although if you want to go check out my video, I did a whole video about whether this smells like Aventus, if it's worth picking up. I'm not a big fan of it. Huge alcohol tinge. I know there's the eau de parfum and the limited edition that apparently smell better, and I might pick them up at some point in time, but the dry down does do a good job. The opening is just really powerful, in your face, and not very good. The main notes that you get here are lemon, bergamot, black currant, birch, and ambergris. It's a fruity, citrus, woody, aromatic fragrance, very similar to how you would describe Creed Aventus. It's just, would I buy this again? No, because it is super generic, it is super synthetic, and that opening, I can't get over it. While the dry down is nice and does really remind me of Creed Aventus, the opening is it's so bad that it just really throws me off and makes me not like the fragrance or want to wear the fragrance for that reason. And so I will not wear this fragrance at all because I would rather wear my Creed Aventus or another one of my clones that I have from that smell like Creed Aventus, or like Mont Blanc Explorer, which has that Aventus-y vibe, or my Aventus cologne. I would rather wear those all over this, so I will never repurchase Club de Nuit Intense Man. Well, again, I might purchase the limited edition at some point in time, or the Eau de Parfum. I'm not exactly sure yet. But with that said, it all depends on what you guys say. So those are the 5 fragrances I will never pick up again that I still have a full bottle of. They just don't do it for me for those certain reasons. The best smelling one here obviously would be the Acqua Di Gio or the Tommy Bahama Set Sail St. Barts. But again, there's 2 reasons why I wouldn't wear those either. Can you comment below and tell me which ones that you guys would not rebuy from your collection? I'm actually really interested in that. But without further ado, thank you guys very much for tuning in. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll be back with another one. Peace.